It's Wednesday. We're going to watch Solo. Let's go inside. Hi guys, so I'm back at home. We're going to review Solo, a Star Wars story. Directed by Ron Howard. Before it was directed by Phil Lord and Christopher Miller, which made Lego Movie, Cloudy with the Chance of Meatballs, and 2012's 21 Jump Street. But then they got put off, and then Ron Howard is assigned to finish the movie. This movie is written by Lawrence Kasdan and his son Jonathan. Lawrence Kasdan was the writer for Empire Strikes Back. He wrote for episode 7 and now he's writing for this with his son Jonathan. It stars Alden Ehrenreich as Solo. You've seen him in Hail Caesar. There's Jonas Suotamo for Chewbacca. He's been playing Chewie from episode 7 till 8. There's Woody Harrelson as Beckett, a captain role model Han Solo in this movie aspires to be. Emilia Clarke, Khaleesi from Game of Thrones, Mother of Dragons, but here she plays as Kira, the childhood friend and also Solo's love interest in this movie. There's also Donald Glover, aka Childish Gambino, playing Lando Calrissian. There's Stanley Newton, which you probably know from Westworld, playing Maeve as Captain Beckett's crew called Val. Phoebe Waller-Bridge as L337, a droid that accompanies Lando. Paul Bettany, which you know as Vision from Marvel's Avengers. Here, he plays Dryden Voss, the main bad guy of Solo. There's a Warwick Davis cameo. There's also an Anthony Daniels cameo, but you wouldn't recognize him in this movie. This story also makes a lot of reference to the Star Wars legends or stories from Dark Horse comics. But yeah, let's not get into that. Let's focus on Solo. How long is Solo as a movie? Technically it's 135 minutes. If you open Wikipedia or IMDb, it's 135, but here in Indonesia it's only 115. What is being cut? It's all the kissing scenes. So if you have kissing scenes, it's cut. Why? Probably it's because fasting month, it's playing on the fasting month. Therefore, yeah, no kissing scene. So, 3 questions answered by this movie are: number 1, how did Han meet Chewie? Number 2, how did Han get the Millennium Falcon? Number 3, how come 12 parsecs is better than 20? Although parsecs is not seconds, not a unit measuring time, but distance. How can 12 be better than 20? Those 3 questions are answered in this movie. If you want to know the answers, go watch the movie. 3 questions that are not answered by this movie. Number 1, how did Han become famous for that 12 parsec run? We know he did it, but we don't know how he got famous for it. Number 2, how did Han get his dice, the gold dice? How did Han get those golden dice in this movie is not answered. 3, how did Han get so good at sabak? It's not answered. And this movie begs one question. There's more hinted at the end of this movie. However, I wonder how Disney, how Lucasfilm is going to deal with it, because the ending seemingly is that Han is directly going to Tatooine, which we know he will meet with Luke Skywalker and Ben Kenobi in episode 4. But there's something in the ending of this movie that shows you, that teases you that there's going to be more story to this Han Solo story. Are they going to make Solo 2? If they are going to make Solo 2, well, Han is already in Tatooine. How? Or perhaps they're going to make a Ben Kenobi movie. Great job. Or I don't know. That's the question that this movie creates for you guys to be wondering what Disney is going to do next. Okay, basic question. Is the movie good? Is this movie good? Yes. If you divide this movie into 3 sections, Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, first act, second act, great. You can really feel Lawrence Kasdan, Empire Strikes Back, in the story of this movie. It's wonderful. The third act, sometimes it feels a little bit forced, but it's good overall. So how is the acting? There's many articles in the internet that doubts Alden Ehrenreich is a good actor. But nope, he is a good Han Solo. The chemistry between Han Solo and Chewie is great. If you like Han Solo, if you like Chewie, you like their chemistry, it's there. It's there for the entirety of this movie. The Chewie and Han chemistry was well written and well directed. Wish we had more Lando. Lando was in the movie, but not as much. Emilia Clarke was great. She makes you feel like she should have more screen time, more story, although the majority of this movie, she's already in it. She's that good. You almost wish that her character was Princess Leia, but she's not. She's not Princess Leia, she's Kira. Bravo, Emilia Clarke. On a downside, L337, the droid that accompanies Lando Calrissian, not as good as K2SO, not as good as C3PO. I don't know if it's the directing or the script or the acting, it just didn't work. There's no post-credit scene. However, near the end of this movie, there's a surprise appearance by somebody. If you go to IMDb and scroll down and then display the whole cast, you can read there's a Sam. Not just any Sam. I'm not going to tell you who. I'm not going to tell you what. If you know what I mean, please keep it spoiler free. But that's the hint. That's the hint. For you who don't know what I mean by that hint, just watch the movie. If you know, it's still okay. It doesn't ruin anything, it's just a cameo. So that's the short non-spoiler review of Solo. Watch Solo in a theater or IMAX near you. See you in the next episode. Tad out.